that was Eve's new roommate or whatever.
No, she's still roommates with Jay.
She told me she wasn't. Interesting.
Or maybe different roommates, but definitely not Brandon.
You have to let me try
Hey, the roof, right? Where's Harry? The roof, okay?
All right.
Ooh, hotel.
I gotta get this fucking loan, man.
Nice.
Karate shot, baby. Oh, I can't wait to hear what this guy has the balls to say now that Nino's gonna be right, next to him.
Oh god. Oh, so you don't think it's gonna be just all apologies?
No, fuck no.
Fucking well should be.
These guys have no
Yeah,
idea.
let's go
how
somewhere where
to
there's fucking light.
apologize.
It's dark as shit over here.
Sorry is not in their vocabulary.
It's a shame Miles and Nikki aren't around as well. It's probably going to be the only meeting, to be honest.
Oh, 100% not. All right, boys. Let's see what happens. Here, you got some food? Penny? Food? Water?
Yeah.
No, I actually need some.
You need a drink as well?
Yeah.
That's going to have to be coffee. There's some
Fuck.
fries, Penny.
Oh, thank you. There's nothing. You didn't put anything down.
Oh, Lang. Oh,
that's
there's
fine.
more. There's more
That's fine.
fries.
Yeah, here.
Thank you.
I was assuming they're already here.
Well, they said the roof. I don't.
What's up?
I really do wish Hess was around though, and just if he if he retold the story in front of everyone, that'd be so good.
Yeah, he's not around for sure, right?
Yes, no. Do you guys want Max here?
I'm not sure. Probably not. Not yet.
Okay.
I packed 10 boxes of BJ because that shit was going real bad.
Good shit. Hell yeah.
You still want to maybe, you know, we need to reach out to, what was it? Was it Max and Tao, right?
Yeah, but we have so much shit we gotta figure out this week, Harry.
Yeah.
So much shit.
No, he's not around.
But we'll see who shows up after Storm as well.
Okay, where are these guys at? Seriously.
Hey, I'm coming up right now.
All right, we're here. Nice, this is coming up. Maybe he's downstairs. Say goodbye. It's gonna be so hard to shoot this Brandon guy. I won't lie.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Do it, whatever.
Shut up, Penny. That's not how it works.
True.
Hey, what's up, Nino? Where's Brandon at?
He'll be on his way. I need to talk to you separately, though.
Okay.
You awake for this? No, you just waking
yeah.
up.
What's up?
Okay. So what happened Friday night?
Miles, Nikki, Brandon came, harassed my employees, harassed Penny, was causing a bunch of shit, was trying to get a hold of them, and they were dodging my phone calls, essentially.
So who said that they were harassing the employees?
Literally Penny. That's why she's here.
So you called them up and you did what?
Nothing. None of them returned any of my phone calls.
Did you text them?
Yeah.
But you spoke with Miles, though.
Oh, yeah. I told Miles to tell Nikita to give me a call.
Is that how you said it?
No. I said something about Golden Goose. Tell him to fucking call me or some shit. Don't remember.
Here's the thing, Lang. I think we need to establish something before, any of this other shit even gets discussed. you've got employees you care about, right? I've got employees that I care about. And if we're going and rattling each other's employees, it makes a bigger mess.
Okay, I'm not rattling nobody. They're rattling the cage, you know.
Okay, listen. We're going to both have our different perspectives on this. But at the end of the day, we got to discuss shit between ourselves instead of going after each other's employees at some level.
I'm not going after your employees. Your employees are coming and harassing my employees, so I'm trying to make phone calls to see what the fuck is going on, and they're dodging me.
I think that's what you think is happening.
That's not what I think. That's what I know is happening. Penny would never lie to me.
Link, do you think when our employees do some fucked up shit, we shouldn't be the ones talking with each other?
When employees come and harass my employees and dodge my phone calls, and every time I'm not around, they come and do some shit. Obviously, I'm gonna try to get a hold of them and see what the fuck is going on.
How do you think it would be if I thought Hess did some fucked up shit and I grabbed Hess or started calling him while you're not around?
I mean, if you grab them, that'd probably be an issue. But if you call them to get the story straight, I wouldn't care. Especially if Hess is coming around and harassing your boys.
Look, if there's an issue with my guys, I'd rather you talk to me about it. It ends up creating a bigger mess. It really does. And maybe you don't see it that way, but I definitely do. Because, quite frankly, I don't really believe Penny. And I think there's a lot of misinformation on both fucking sides. And this entire thing has gotten so much more fucked up than it really needed to be.
Yeah, but regardless of whether what is true or what is false, you know, Nikita and them are coming to the restaurant and rattling shit up for literally no reason when we agreed to separate both businesses.
Yeah, we did. And I spoke with Penny and I told her as much. I went to, I saw her at the apartments and I said, listen, Penny, there's some, clearly there's some issues. You know, I don't expect to fully know the truth. It's impossible. But we've decided to keep the Pegasus guys and the Rooster guys separate because they're just two completely different, like there's no seeing the eye to eye between how both operations work, right? One's a restaurant. The other one, they deal with some other shit.
Yeah.
However, after that conversation, which was very cordial, Penny ended up calling Brandon and Miles and wanted to speak with him, which I thought would be fine. I figured it was going to be like a, just some like simple conversation, whatever. You know what I end up hearing? Brandon gets yelled at for 30 minutes and has to bite his tongue while she's just fucking shitting on him. Like, how does that solve? Like, that doesn't make anything that much better, does it? That only just adds the fuel to the fire. And I'd like to think that both of us don't want to have to deal with this shit to begin with. So it comes down to this, is that we can't be going around each other and trying to solve each other's like employee issues. What needs to happen is you and I need to talk and fix shit ourselves.
Yeah, but we did talk and we agreed, and then I fired all them, and these guys throw a massive fit over it.
No, they didn't. What makes you say that? She called them down to the Rooster.
Nikita was in our restaurant trying to get employees to come over to Pegasus.
Nikita, when did that happen?
I believe it was the night of that I was around, or the night before. We have to talk to Penny. She knows all this shit.
Yeah, the thing is, Lang, I think. Let me ask you something. When do you think the problems with Hess started? Do you think it was recent, or do you think it was a long time ago?
I'm pretty sure it was a long time ago.
Everything comes down to how things are framed. There's such a fucking big mess that it actually boggles my fucking mind half the shit I'm hearing. These are issues that have been apparently occurring over the past like many weeks. There's two things that you told me when we decided to with these guys, and one of them was about Hess being harassed. Remember what it is that you told me?
Yeah, but to clarify, I don't give a fuck what you guys do outside the restaurant. Miles and Nikita were bringing this to the restaurant every single day. You don't bring that business there, period.
Well, what were they bringing to the restaurant? Recently or a while ago?
Probably, I want to say recently, but from a while ago till now, anytime between then, coming in being like, hey, you, come here, we got to go do this shit. Hey, you, they're coming to the restaurant to get guys to go do work. Keep that shit out of the restaurant.
I 100% fucking agree with you. And they've been told as much weeks ago. But for this to like come to head now, it frames this entire situation very differently. Now listen, as far as I'm concerned, I don't want them pulling guys from the Rooster. They know as much. But the main shit that's been coming up, like things about like Hess, for example, like it just kind of completely muddies the waters. Because what happened 2 months ago is like, what is its relevance? The most recent thing with Hess is him, going to these guys and wanting to be involved with read runs, right? Like it starts to pollute the water. Like it's hard to want to like sit back and be like, I want to dictate how other individuals that I have no control over. Like I don't even know who the fuck Hess is. But if this motherfucker wants to go and like do read runs, and then is a complete idiot, and these guys yell at him for it, and that's all they did. It wasn't even, they told him like, you're fucking up and whatever. Don't threaten the guy, but then he's going and trying to make it seem like he's about to get killed. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that shit can go down, but I just don't want it happening in the restaurant. And then whoever it was, Miles or Nikita, questioning these guys, asking them if they would kill me if it came down to it to prove their loyalty is a little strange.
When did that happen?
I don't know the exact dates.
Exactly, and I think that's my point. Is that I think there's some weird shit happening on both sides. I'm going to tell you that straight. And I think the way that you're being told makes it seem like this shit's been happening recently. That happened 2 months ago. Do you know what the circumstances around it was?
They're trying to see if he was loyal or some shit, right?
Jaeger, a number of other people at Rooster's Rest, thought Hess was a part of Rise.
Yeah, I remember that.
And so they were trying to find out, on behalf of all of us, what the fuck that was all about. So for that to come and like that entire situation being brought up now, as if that's something that's happening recently, just completely muddies the entire narrative. Now, once again, I don't know if Hess is Rise, is he not Rise? I don't give a fuck. But like for that, something that happened 2 months ago, like I don't even like, it's crazy. It really starts to make, it makes you question like, why is this narrative being spun in the first place? There's clearly animosity between some individuals at Roosters and some individuals at Pegasus. That's 100% the case.
Yeah,
and at some
100%.
level, they're going to use us, all right, to try to get what they want. There's like politicking taking place, obviously. And that's what it kind of goes back to what I'm saying is like, that's why you and I got to solve this shit together.
I mean, I agree, but
like if they're doing some dumb fuck shit, I need you to come and tell me this is what I'm hearing. There's some dumb fuck shit and let me solve it. But the problem is like, you got to understand from my side that if you go call them trying to solve it yourself, that just adds more fuel to the fire. I would never, after I heard whether it happened or not at this point, it doesn't even matter. If I think Penny's doing some crazy shit because my boys tell me something, the last thing I'm going to do is go and call Penny or go and call Hess or whoever I think might be causing issues. And because I know that's going to rattle the cage.
Yeah, but if I hear they're coming in and doing shit when I'm around and you're not around, and I need the shit to be, put to a stop before I go to bed, I'm going to give them a call.
Ling,
and it's going to make things worse, when they don't answer the phone.
I told them don't answer the phone. I told them do not talk to anybody until me and Lang talk. I don't think anyone expected they were going to wake up as late as you did. Because the more other people are talking and you and I are not talking, the stories and the narratives are only going to get a lot worse. Because they're fucking children.
So why did they reach out to Dewey randomly?
When did that happen?
I'm gonna assume yesterday when I wasn't around, or over the weekend when I wasn't around.
Really? Who reached out to Dewey?
I believe it was Brandon. We should really talk to Penny. She has all this info. I was literally just getting sped on all this shit before we met.
I wanna even before we open up this thing, I want that understanding to be in place. Because it's causing me a headache too.
No, I mean, I can, yeah, we can have an understanding in place. But like I said, if they're actively doing things when you're not around, and I need to solve it, I'm going to give them a call.
Lang, you do understand that Penny asked them to come down to the rooster, right?
Yeah, maybe at some point after they talked previously before, she did to try and resolve things, sure.
She told them to come in after they had already been fired, right? We had that conversation. And then Penny called them down to the rooster. So to hear that they're coming to the rooster and doing this is ridiculous.
I mean, Nikita was there when I fired him. He didn't come down. He was already there. As I left the restaurant, I told him he's fired to get out of the restaurant, so.
Do you think any of you guys might be a bit at fault?
Oh, 100%, yeah. It's, I think you're missing the point. My point here is I don't want this shit anymore at the restaurant, period.
I don't want it over there either. But that's why you and I got to talk. You know what I mean? They were told not to go down there. The only reason they went down there is because Penny called them down. I thought it was, you know what my expectation was? I was like, okay, these guys know each other for a while. Nikki's been holding it down at the rooster for God knows how long. I thought it was going to be an amicable conversation, but it turned into some other shit. That's fucked up. That's fucked up for everybody. Not only is it giving you a headache, it's giving me a fucking headache. And like, we got people that work for us at each other's throats. Like, you know, for what? Like, what is the point of this?
I agree. Yeah, I don't really see a point in all this mess.
All right, let's go talk to Penny. You want Brandon to come down too?
Yeah, he probably should.
Hey, can you come up to the roof? All right.
All right.
Yo, this is one big fucking clusterfuck, quite frankly.
Yeah, it is. If you go outside, would you downtown tonight?
How you doing, guys?
It's going good, Brandon. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Wish we could have, met under different circumstances, but
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
is.
So apparently, were the Pegasus boys coming down into Rooster on their own accord, or did you call them down there?
So, Nikita was already there, which you remember.
Yeah.
Nikita was already there in the roof. He was in the building. Miles called me, and then Brandon also called me, and asked to talk. I never once contacted you, Brandon, but you called me and wanted to talk. So I said, okay, let's go to Roosters.
So to clarify that, the day before previous, Lang, Penny called me, told me that I was going to be fired if I didn't start working, She also said, you know, we don't talk like we used to. We don't ever hang out. You don't ever call me just to say hello, blah, blah, blah. So I woke up that morning, didn't know none of this bullshit was going on. I called Penny to say hello. She said, hey, can we have a meeting down at Rooster? I said, I'm in a meeting right now, but after that, I'll be down. That's how that went.
Okay, so you just called her to say hello, or did you call her because you wanted to talk to her?
Yeah,
No, I called her to say hello because me and her used to be friends. And, I mean, I still consider her a friend, but
So
last
Brandon,
time we talked, she said that we hadn't really talked much, and you know we don't ever hang out, and I don't call her and stuff. So I decided to reach out and call her.
First of all, that conversation happened 2 days previous, and then second of all, never once in our relationship ever have you ever called just to say hi or just to hang out anyway. So I don't.
Well, my
believe
job
you.
was never, you know, hanging from the balance like it was before.
Yeah,
You
my
said that I don't ever
condition was
contact you,
not.
so I did.
So my condition was not hang out with me or you're fired, right?
I know.
We already had the talk with Miles, where I agreed to, basically, at that point, almost let you work whenever you want because Miles asked me to treat you the way I treated Miles. So there was actually no expectation of anything after that.
Did
Yeah,
Brandon
that's-
threaten you during that conversation at all?
Did Brandon threaten me? No.
Did I even yell at you, Penny?
Did you yell at me? I probably did a lot more yelling, but you, I mean, what are we constituting as like yelling here? You were being very rude. You were talking over me. You were.
I remember
You
specifically
lied to
being
me.
told shut the fuck up, and I bit
Yes,
my tongue and
because
let you. And then
I
asked if
already
could speak.
no, you did not bite your tongue because I was speaking and you kept talking over me. So I said, please stop talking and let me speak. And you did not stop talking to let me speak. So you kept on talking and then I said, shut the fuck up. Absolutely.
You said shut the fuck up maybe 6
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. Okay.
Something like
Because
that.
did you shut the fuck up? No, you did not.
Penny, I told you it was your house. I would respect you.
And
know,
yet you
as soon
didn't.
as I
You
walked
did
in, the
not.
first
You
thing
did
said to
not.
me- The first thing you
Yes?
said to me is, do you know why you're here? So, you know, we started talking about random stuff. And I said, Penny, I'm sorry that, you know, me and you both have to deal with all this bullshit. And the first thing you said to me is, are you equating me and you? That's how
Exactly.
the meeting got started. How,
Yep.
What? You know what that means?
Yeah. What does that mean to
Equating
you?
me and you. I'm a human
Yeah.
being just like you, Penny.
Yeah, of
So-
course we're a human being. And yet I am the boss of the Rooster's Rest. I am the one who has to take care of my employees, and I just heard that you fucked with my employees. So you're equating.
What did you hear about Brandon fucking with your employees? Like, what is it that you specifically heard?
So Brandon had a hand in basically bullying Cody.
Bully.
And
Let it, Brandon.
yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Let
Brandon.
it
See,
talk.
Brandon.
Hey, no, both
Let
of
me
you.
talk.
Let
I'm
each
not
other
gonna-
talk. Please.
So, anyway, Brandon had a hand in bullying Cody. And also basically in and you said in our conversation you could have had this handled before because you apparently told Miles and Nikita to not trust Hess and blah blah blah. Anyway, had a hand in spreading false rumors about Hess. And I mean, what really, really sucks here is, and I've already mentioned this to you before, you begged me for a job. I gave you that job. And then as soon as you became a trusted employee, abandoned that job. So when I then came to you to address that, you did not really speak to me. You ran to Miles. Asked Miles to solve the problem for you. And then I let that go.
So I want to make sure this is clarified. So the main issue here was because of Cody being bullied, or the other things that you just mentioned kind of just, were they important? The decision you made.
Decision? What decision?
Well, I mean the frustration or whatever that you had towards Brandon.
I mean, yeah, it's multiple things, sure.
So the Hess and the Cody. Did you have any involvement with? Did you know about the whole Hess Rise thing?
Yes.
Okay. Well, how long ago did you know that?
Nikita told me about it when it happened 2 months ago, and he told me, "Oh, but I'm pretty sure he's not Rise. I'm actually 100% sure. I haven't, I have him working with me anyway. I'm pretty sure he's not Rise." So there you go.
Did he say that before or after he was brought to the mountain?
What mountain? That I don't know about.
Did you know Yeager's involvement with Hess?
Yeah, Yeager thought that Hess was the leader of Rise, but he got that as secondhand information and not firsthand information, and it was clarified later that information was false.
Nino,
Are
can I
there
explain
other
my
members?
side?
Are there other members of the Rooster who thought Hess may have been Rise?
Besides Brandon and for a moment Yeager, no.
Dude, Brandon's been around that
Is there a
long.
possibility
What the
that
fuck?
there was others involved that may have thought he was Rise?
No.
So, these rumors about Hess, what were the rumors specifically that are being spread around?
So, Nikita told me that Brandon came to him and said, "I did a store delivery job with this guy once, and he told me that he's a leader of Rise." And
I mean, recently, not what happened 2 months ago.
Oh, so in my discussion with Brandon on Friday, he said, "Oh, I wanted to take care of this shit days ago." And I asked, "What do you mean?" And he said that he wanted to, or he basically warned Nikita and Miles that Hess was not to be trusted.
I never said this.
And that he should not be involved in Pegasus matters.
Okay.
I would like to clarify
Should he have been
myself.
trusted? I'm confused.
Sorry.
So
Are you asking me
that's the
that?
room. Is that the rumor you're talking?
Well, no. So, in my perspective, Brandon was still operating on the belief that Hess was the leader of Rise.
That's
I'm-
not why I told
I'm
Miles
just-
and
but-
Nikita.
But I'm trying to figure out like what are these rumors? Like, is the rumor just like that?
So
People
so
are saying
Hess,
he shouldn't be involved with Pegasus matters. That's it.
So, Hess basically, and his perspective is important because feelings are real.
I
He
love
felt
Penny
that,
so much, man.
Nikita and Brandon and Miles were holding this over his head. That they basically were threatening to reveal that Hess was the so-called leader of Rise, and basically ruin Hess's reputation amongst his family and friends and anyone else. And even with that being untrue, they still kept that over his head.
So, but the only thing that I'm hearing here, and please, Penny, tell me if I'm missing anything, is that there was a situation with Hess and Rise that caused a lot of people to do some shit and specifically find out whether this was true or not. Everyone here knows what the Rise shit is about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what it's about. Yeah.
So some shit happened 2 months ago, and now there's reasons that they don't want him to be involved with Pegasus shit, whatever specific
No,
that is.
so-
I don't really care. But has felt like they're holding it over his head because of Rise, or is like this Rise shit even relevant right now, or is it just like in a potentially just something he might be thinking but isn't actually the case? Because I haven't heard anything about Rise in like the longest time.
Well, there are like there's documents and signage around sometimes. So whatever that even means, coming back, yes, you could say that they're coming back. I don't know. I don't care. But Hess did feel that they were holding this over him. And, you know, with the situations that happened in the last week or so, with, you know, Hess wanting to leave and then being forced to do a job, and then really, he really felt like he then like was forced to say, no, I want to stay. But then the threatening of Shiro and his family came into play, and, you know, Hess then came out and said, this is not fucking cool. And I believe that is when he, you know, spoke with Harry and Mr. Lang. So it's beyond just the Rise thing, Mr. Nino. Okay.
The reason just to be clear, the reason I'm asking about the Rise thing is because I heard it come up again, and I want to make it clear that Rise shit, I'm trying to understand whether that Rise shit is even relevant right now. Because if feelings are involved about one person feeling like something's being put over the head, but there's no actions associated to it, you know, it's just two people and their fucking feelings.
So
can I say something, please?
Go ahead.
Brandon, do me and you have an issue?
No, I respect
We
you a
don't
lot,
have an
Harry.
issue. You respect me, okay?
Yeah.
Just-
And
Why?
to be clear,
Why? Okay, Brandon.
yeah.
Why do you feel like I have a say, or my opinion, or that, you know, I have a say in what happens at Roosters? Because that's not true at all.
I never.
I heard
never
this and
said
it
that you did.
infuriated me.
No, Brandon.
The only time
okay?
your name was mentioned in the conversation with me and Penny was when she said, I had no idea how deep you were into Pegasus, Brandon. I wish you would have told me. I said, that's not my information to relinquish. The situations that you have with Miles or Harry, it may be different. They may tell you information, but I don't relinquish information like that. Then
No,
Penny
it wasn't
yelled
just
and
in
she
this
said,
situation,
Can I
right?
finish, Penny, please? I let you
Go ahead.
talk a lot. Anyways, she started screaming. She said, keep Harry's name out of this. He has nothing to do with the Rooster. And I said, I never said that he did. That was when your name was brought up, Harry.
So it
Because
wasn't just
she
that
expected me
conversation.
to relinquish my personal information about Pegasus because I didn't let her know how deep I was. I never said anything about anything else that involved you, Harry. That's
So
it.
first of all, I did not ask that. Second of all, it wasn't
You
just
did.
that conversation, right? It was the conversation with Miles, where you're saying, you know, I respect you a lot, Penny, but I know you're with Harry. You're bringing Harry's name. You're basically saying that you only have your regard for me because I'm with Harry, right? Harry has nothing to do with these situations, right? He was never brought up. He has nothing even really to do with Pegasus anymore. And yet
I understand.
you still brought him up, right?
No, I brought him up because you asked me how. I didn't know how deep you were in Pegasus, blah, blah, blah. You had Miles come down here, blah, 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 all this stuff. First of all, I never had Miles come down there, Penny. Miles called me when I was down there, and he asked me what was going on. I said, Penny's about to fire me. He came down there and talked to you on his own accord. I told you that. Also, Harry's name was brought up when you asked
So Miles
me,
came down to the Roosters Rest on his own accord.
This was
Yeah.
a couple days ago, Lynn. This was
no.
before all this shit.
Anyway,
Can I
he,
hold on?
first
Let
of
me
all, he was
clarify
already
a couple
there.
things because I'm running out of time here, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it back. The Cody thing. Cody came up to me, started talking to me about bank robberies, all this other stuff. Started talking to me about criminal activity. I said I'm not going to talk to you about any of this stuff until
Is
it
this
gets
Cody
cleared to
guy?
Harry, out of respect for Harry because it's Harry's son. Then I got word that Harry said that it was all right.
Oh my
Then
God.
I heard rumors around town and rumors for other people that Cody was going around talking about somebody who I know very, very close operation, right? Like rumors that a lot of people would get hurt for. So I asked Cody to come down to the Unicorn. We sat there and we talked, and I let him know that he can't go around, you know, telling people's information like that and spreading rumors to random people, because if it happens to the wrong person, he's going to end up getting hurt. I never threatened him. We never bullied him. He could have left at any time, Penny. And as far as the Hess and Rise thing, I've never spoke a word about Rise. Last time I spoke a word about Rise was 2 months ago when I brought that to Nikita, saying that I heard information on that. This whole information about Hess lately or whatever, the only thing that was told was he was put on a fucking operation and he was told that he could walk away at any time. But
so that's not fucking true, right? Like
that is true.
you keep bringing up, oh, but you could walk away anytime. You could walk away anytime, not realizing that it is entirely real to feel like, oh, but they say that I can walk away anytime, but if I do, I'm going to face consequences.
It was quite
that
literally
is a real feeling,
by
right?
Miles.
Okay,
hey,
it doesn't fucking matter.
Can I
you know
finish,
how
please,
many
Penny?
times
This happens every time.
It doesn't matter how many times you say you can walk away, right? But if that person truly does not feel like they can walk away without consequences, why would they walk away?
Well, when somebody quite literally
away?
Says you can walk away right now with no consequences, that kind of
things
lets them
don't
know
happen
they
in
can
a
walk
vacuum.
away.
There's a context to things, okay? Things build up in people. Of course, he's not going to feel like he can just walk away. Cody or Hess.
Guys, I think we sidetracked from the point here so far. It's crazy.
Like, what would you like to know from my side?
I just want to know. I don't really want to know anything, to be honest. Quite frankly, I don't give a fuck about this petty drama.
I feel the same.
Me and Nino agreed
ridiculous.
to separate Rooster's Rest and Pegasus. We have fired you, Miles, Nikita, whoever else was involved. I'm not really sure who all the employees that I have that were involved, and that's that.
Yeah, for the record, Lang, I tried to handle this 4 something days ago or something like that. I had Miles reach out to Harry to let you guys know that Hess agreed to go deeper into operations, and I wanted you guys to know that.
Yeah, but Brandon, I don't give a fuck about that. I give a fuck that you guys brought this all into my restaurant. That shit should never be handled there.
I understand completely, but I was never there at your restaurant asking people to join or nothing like that. That's something completely different.
I mean, that was Nikita, but either way, I don't give a fuck about the actions you guys have made or have done in the past. I just want this shit to come to an end. I don't want people crying over the fact they lost a job, and just keep this shit separate, and that's that.
I've never complained about losing my job. I understand 100%.
Yeah, I think.
Hey, before the tsunami, let me talk to you three.
Wait, which three? Why I couldn't hear you? Got to speak out.
You and Harry. Penny, I'm looking to speak with these two.
Let's give it a second, right, Penny?
All right. So, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean, we knew this shit was going to...
entire conversation, only thing I read in this entire conversation is just a bunch of fucking high school dumb shit that, quite frankly, makes it sound like it's bigger than it is. Like fucking feelings this, feelings that, whatever. As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to be happy if this kind of thing happens again with my guys. Just talk to me directly. Let me handle them. If I'm not around, just sit on it.
All right. Yeah.
And I think the same should be said the other way.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to interject here a little bit, okay?
Oh my God.
It has to do with me too, right?
Okay,
I run the place.
Okay,
all right?
Yeah.
Penny, just give us a minute, Penny. Just give us a minute, all right?
Yeah.
Give us a minute. I feel so bad for Penny.
I'm not, listen. Lang, at the end of the day, this is the Rooster's your baby.
Yes,
right?
sir.
And in many ways, Pegasus and some of my other businesses, they're my baby. We put a lot of effort into it, and there's a lot of people that have done a lot of work that only we ourselves, as their employers, are going to know what it is that they've been doing.
Yeah.
And it's not healthy for either side to be throwing shade at each other, even though I know it's happening. I mean, look at these two. I mean, it's like watching fucking, I don't know. But we got to sort the shit ourselves. It's the only way I could go about it. Because otherwise, one day, it just creates turmoil. Otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I didn't think anything was gonna.
Bad.
Yeah, I didn't think anything was gonna come out. When I fired them, but it didn't. listen, like I said, I don't give a fuck about any of this petty shit. Who did what? Who did this? Who did that? Just they got fired. We agreed to separate the businesses. Let's just keep it that way moving forward, and you know, that's that.
All right. Yeah, I agree. So we talk to each other, yeah.
Yep.
That's my big point here. It's just I hope you understand that when I heard that you had started giving them phone calls, how that's gonna make me feel.
I mean, I believe there's context to everything, but yeah.
Well, I mean the context. I mean, as long as we know that like context does matter. But
well, the thing is, Nino, like Miles, Brandon, and Nikki wouldn't go to me and Lang. They went straight to Penny, fucking, you know, yelling, shouting at meetings that we didn't even know about.
I didn't know about it. Well, no, I did know about it. She called them down there. You heard it yourself. They wanted to talk, and she said, "Come to Rooster." But I hope, like, there's, you know, it comes down to phrasing at the end of the day. Like, it's not like they decided, "Hey, we're going to Rooster." I mean, these are people that are just having a conversation, and she invited them down. You know, it's two separate things. Them coming down to Rooster and them wanting to talk, and her asking them to come down to Rooster. It's like it frames things very different ways.
Right, but it was Lang that fired all three of them. We could have just sorted this. If they just
I mean, these guys
Lang,
were, you know,
right?
disrespecting me, you know, saying shit about me, you know, asking, you know, if motherfuckers would kill me. It's just fucking, you know, disrespectful shit. So I was trying to give him a call to fucking settle this shit.
I know, but even in your mind right now, like, you know, the whole thing about your name being brought up during a situation that was 2 months ago, for them trying to figure out whether Hess is like Rise or not. Like, I don't know how that holds any relevance to what's happening today.
I don't know if it was 2 months ago, and I don't even know if it was related to Rise. It just doesn't make. Why would they ask Hess if he would kill me or not? Relate that to Rise.
Kill a lot of different people because they want to find out if he was Rise or not before they fucking X the guy. It wasn't just these guys that were involved. There was a lot of other people involved as well.
I mean, like I said, it doesn't matter. Even the slight, you know, comments that, you know, fucking Miles, you know, saying something about me being a golden goose or some shit. Like, this is dumb shit that I was trying to figure out if they were saying that. And that's why I was trying to give them a call to see if they would say it to my face or if we had a problem.
But see, I think you might have taken that like a certain kind of way. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm obviously going to take it a certain kind of way when a guy's talking to, you know, putting my name in his mouth to all different kinds of people, but won't talk to me himself, right? But like I said, you know, moving forward, any problems come up, I'll give you a call and stuff, you know, seeing what the problem is between them.
Okay.
Sounds good.
This entire shit's been fucking making me lose my fucking mind. It's like I feel like I've been babysitting for fucking 3 days. Whatever.
No, I mean, I get it. Trust me, you know, we felt the same way, that, you know, to an extent. I just wanted this shit to be over when we agreed to, you know, separate the businesses. Hello? Is this Tsunami?
Oh, I kind of assumed it was.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I also don't want to hear any sly comments about Pegasus. And that goes for the Rooster guys as well, and vice versa. I think that goes without saying.
Yeah. It goes both ways, right?
I agree. I mean, quite frankly, if I hear it on my side, I'm going to make sure some motherfuckers are beat down.
Yeah, same here. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, Nino's being a little like Lang doesn't really care to kind of rile this up. That's sort of just kind of like letting a lot of things just slip through in the conversation because we don't really care at the end of the day. Just move past it, get over it. It's not that big of a deal. But to say, you know, I've had to deal with this all weekend, and then to claim like, oh, we haven't talked about it. You know, we haven't done this, and that. It's like, okay, which one is it? You've been dealing with this all weekend, or you guys have, you know, not talked about it while I was gone?